All right, what is up, everybody? Hopefully you can hear and see me. If you can't see me or hear me, please put it down in the comment section, in the live chat section. Um, Actually, just put a 1 in the chat section if you can hear me, and you can see the page that says week 5 on it. If I see some 1s, that means we are good to go. I've done this a few times now, so it should be working pretty well. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes to let some other people in and let the people get the messages that I've sent out. And hopefully we have some questions tonight about what we're going to, or what I'm going to cover. Robert says 1. Okay. We should be good to go. Let me just get into the right window here. Okay. If you guys in the chat box that are on here live, I don't know how many of you are on right now, but can you just let me know any questions you have before we get into actually scheduling the launch? I'm going to go through kind of the short breakdown of what you should be doing up until now. And I'll give you some examples here. And there's one thing that I'm going to go through tonight about a recent trend that I've seen online, and I'm sure you've seen it too. And I'll get into kind of using and hopping on these trends if you just want to make kind of an extra few $1,000s here and there. But if you are interested in this niche, you can definitely get into it and create more of a long-term business out of it if you create a brand and have an angle for that brand, for that industry. So just let me know in the comments kind of where you're at, and if you're all caught up, if you have your influencer list ready, if you started contacting them, if you've negotiated prices or some sort of deal with them. Let me know in the comments, kind of where you're at in the process. So we're going to get started here shortly. And let me make sure I have the comment section good to go. All right. So there are a few people on. Yeah, I guess, it's 8 o'clock. What I want to do tonight is go through, 3 different things. So here's our agenda. I'm going to go through the niche and the product that I'm going to use as for this example. And then I'm going to go through kind of a short influencer list. And then I'm going to go through how to schedule your launch and what I'm going to be doing with you guys through the launch process. And by the time we get through today, make sure you're asking a lot of questions. I know a lot of people haven't gone through kind of this approach to marketing and selling products. So coming up with questions is going to be hard, but by next week, you should have quite a few things going on as far as actually getting sales and setting all this stuff up. So I'm going to go through the niche and the product that I'm using, the influencer list, and the actual schedule to launch your brand. All right. So the niche that I'm going to be going through tonight is actually kind of the alien UFO niche. And if you haven't heard about this, the Area 51 raid, it's supposed to be September 20th of 2019. And if I open up a new tab here and I go to probably Facebook is probably the best bet. If we type in like Area 51 raid or Area 51 takeover, and my computer's super slow right now. But if we search, it's basically like all these people just want to break into like Area 51 and find out what it is and what's going on there. And like you can see all the videos here. Like this is what's going to happen when you guys raid Area 51. But there was a lot of funny memes that that I saw, and if I go to posts here, I wish I brought up the meme that I saw, but so basically this is one of the trends that's happening, and in 2019 there was a trend for the solar eclipse, and if you hopped on that and sold any type of print on demand product, whether it be like shirts or coffee mugs or anything like that, you could have made quite a bit of money. And I did that with Merch by Amazon, and I'm having my Merch by Amazon t-shirt designer create a bunch of kind of Area 51 takeover type shirts to put on Merch by Amazon. So if any of you guys are into that, I highly recommend you do that also. And because in September it's gonna be crazy. You're gonna make thousands of dollars just on Amazon if you wanted to go that route. If you wanted to do this throughout 2019 just for the Area 51 raid, then you could find a bunch of influencers and have them promote your stuff on Teespring or Teechip or your own site using Printful and Shopify, whatever site that you're using to sell your products. You could send them there too and make a larger profit margin. Etsy is another good place to do this too. So yeah, I mean, that's the niche that I'm going to choose because it's kind of hot right now. And I'm not going to use this as a brand or anything like that. I'm only using it for sales. All right. It's a sales play. I just want to get my money, and get out basically. So the way we're going to do this is using Instagram and YouTube, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. So what I did was I went in and I've gone through this already in previous videos, but hopefully you guys have some questions. So I went and typed in UFO site Instagram.com, found a few Instagram pages. All right, so this one has 44,000 followers. It's a UFO page. I clicked the little down arrow here, and I went to this page, which is UFO Lovers, 83,000 followers. All right, they post a bunch of UFO stuff. And then there is the UFO Seekers, which has about 7,000 followers. They have a YouTube channel also. There was another one that had a YouTube channel, I think. Maybe it was a different one. UFO Hunter. So UFO 73, UFO 1907. These are just a few of them that I found. So 40,000 followers. They actually have a store, so I don't know if these people are willing to do any shout outs or anything like that, any marketing for my own products, but I know they have a decent following, 31,000 followers. So these are all right in the wheelhouse of what we are looking for. They're in our niche. We just have to make sure that we are making sure that all these people are real that's following them, and the views on these videos are, consistent, right? So look back at the previous week. I don't know what week that was. That was week 3, I think. Week 2 or week 3 that we went through and how to find your influencers and how to tell if they're real and if they're going to have the best chance for you to make sales. So make sure to go through that video. So we found a bunch of I found a bunch of these type of pages, and I'm going to contact them and create my designs, my shirt designs. I'm probably going to do shirts because I think shirts in this niche for this type of event is going to be the best as far as sales. Like coffee mugs and phone cases, I don't think are sell as well as a t-shirt or a hoodie or something like that would. So that is where we're at for as far as influencers. Now, once you go in and contact and negotiate with your influencers, you need to schedule your launch, and that's basically what I'm going to talk about. It's not going to take long to do this, but basically there's 3 things that you need to look for. You need to schedule, which is your date. You need to know the percent off that you're going to give, and you do want to give a certain percent off. And my designer keeps sending me messages. And so you want to give a percent off, and you want to give each influencer a different link so you can track sales from each influencer that you use. So you're not going to be using these people just one time. All right. So you can, if you have links that are tracking sales from each different influencer, you can actually see which one is a better bang for the buck, better ROI, and you can use them more and more and more. Now, obviously, you don't want to be spamming people like, every other day with promotions through your influencers. You probably want to be doing it about once a month or once every couple weeks. But if you have 10, 12, 20 different influencers that you can use, you can really schedule those promotions out and work with your influencers and build that relationship with them. So not only are you building your own following on Instagram or on YouTube, but you're also creating sales at the same time. All right. So I hope that makes sense. So while you're doing this, again, you need to be creating content on Instagram. All right. You need to be posting regularly. All right. Especially when you are launching. So if you don't have an Instagram page up and you don't have any content on it, that's what you need to do before you even think about sending the link to sending the information of the schedule of the discount to your influencers. You need to make sure that your content is legit. Your page looks legit, because nobody's going to buy from you if your page does not look good. All right. So actually scheduling the launch, like the actual dates, ideally you want to be a Thursday through Sunday type of launch. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and end it on Sunday. The percent off, you want to be at least 20% off or more. The more percent off you can give, the better, because what you're trying to do here is actually get sales. I don't think your profit margin per unit sold is as important as the actual number of customers you receive. All right. Because when you're trying to build a brand, the more customers you have, the better. And if they have a good experience, then they're going to share it with their friends. They're going to follow you, and they're going to buy more from you over time. So that's what you're trying to do here, is get more customers more than more profit. All right. Now, if you are doing it like I am, and I'm only trying to get the most money possible, then I'm probably going to only do a 10 to 20% discount and just get as much money out of this as I can and get out of the business and get out of the niche. Unless it keeps working, then I'll definitely do that. But here I'm not really worried about creating content and creating more of a long-term business. I'm just trying to get sales and get the money out. So with the links, we're going to use coupon code URLs with Bitly for each coupon code. So what I mean by that is, if we're using T-Chip or we're using Teespring, all right, and you go into your dashboard, if you click on promotions, you can actually create a new promotion code. So if I wanted this to be Area 51 raid, or raid Area 51, that's probably a better one. You don't want numbers in the middle, so raid, even though it really doesn't matter. So raid Area 51, the type is going to be a discount. You can either do discount or free shipping. A discount always works better than free shipping. In my opinion, like 9 out of 10 times it's going to work better than free shipping. Okay, so always do a discount. We're going to do a percentage, not a dollar amount, and we're going to do 20%. And you can actually have it expire. So if you are scheduling your launches and creating different discounts, I highly recommend that. So this week is Wednesday, so we're going to end it on Sunday. All right, so then we're going to click add discount. Now this discount is going to apply to any one of my products. So if I go to my listings, and we just have to attach this promo code, RAID Area 51, to the URL. So it'd be teespring.com/yourcampaign, and then this code, and where it says promo code, you would add the promo code in. So let me go to one of my tees, and I don't have the RAID shirt up. So we have teespring.com, and then we put slash, and then it's question mark PR equals, question mark PR equals, and then the area 51, the RAID area 51. So if I copy this and paste it in and refresh the page, it's going to say 20% off. So cha-ching, congratulations, you're receiving 20% off this purchase. All right. Now, in order to track which influencer is getting you the sales, you're going to have to create a different coupon code for each one of those influencers. All right. So if we go back to the promotions, you know, this RAID area 51 could be some sort of influencer. You'd have to put this in a spreadsheet. So, you know, your influencer for this UFO page. So it would just say maybe UFO, or maybe take the URL and we put it in a spreadsheet. Let me open up a spreadsheet quick. So this influencer would go towards the RAID area 51. So put the influencer in there. Hold on a second. So this influencer is for this code. So you got influencer, you got the code, you got the end date, something like that. So we got the code would be RAID area 51. So RAID area 51. The end date would be July 22nd, 21st. So 7/21. And then the actual URL I would put in here too. So I would go back to the page and I would grab the URL and put it in coupon URL. So now we can track the actual sales. So you can put number of sales in there. So then you can see right away where your sales are coming from. So if you go back to the promotions, once the promotion is over, you can actually see the amount of people that redeemed that promo code. Now, you don't want to send your influencer a big long piece of a big long URL like this. So let me bring up. You guys probably can't see that. So the big long URL is teespring.com/bedtimeshirt3 question mark PR equals coupon code. You don't want to give them that. What you want to do is you want to go to bit.ly and you want to shorten the link, and we want to keep that in our spreadsheet too. So we're going to go create, and we'll paste our long URL, and we'll hit enter, and you can actually you can customize the back half of this. So you could actually say maybe the UFO 1 or something like that, and then save it. It has been saved, so we can copy that bit.ly link. We want to make sure the bit.ly link works. It's basically just a redirect link to your page. So we want to type it in first into the browser. It does go to that page. It does say you're receiving 20% off. So we're going to go back to our spreadsheet, and this is the wrong one. And we're going to paste it in. I don't know if you guys can actually see the spreadsheet. And I don't think you can. I should have used let me just copy it into a Google Sheet so you guys can see what the sheet looks like. If there's any comments about this. Yep, can't see the spreadsheet. Okay. I guess this software I'm using only selects this window. But I'll start a new spreadsheet here, and I will go into my spreadsheet and copy everything that I have. And I'll paste it in. Hopefully that works. And it's really slow. Give it a second. All right. All right, so there it is. So we got the influencer URL right here. We have the code with the coupon code, which is Area 51, which is unique to every single influencer you're using. We have the end date of that coupon code. We have the coupon code URL. And then we have the coupon code bit.ly, the shortened version of this coupon code URL. And then you can just add another column that says sales, like number of sales. And so you would have anywhere between 10 and 12, 10, 15 different influencers that you're working with. If you don't want to go that many, that's fine. You can use 3 to 5 different influencers to test a design and see which one comes back with the most sales. All right. So when you're scheduling everything, make sure that you're using a spreadsheet like this. And if you want, I could actually share this spreadsheet with everybody. I can give you a link. I got to make sure that I jot that down. Give me a second. So I will share the link to this specific spreadsheet so you guys know what you need to put in here. And so, I mean, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I hope that makes sense. So you're just creating a code for every single influencer that you're doing. You're putting all the end dates in there. And then you have to communicate with your influencer and say, hey, this ends at a certain day and time. And here's the link that you're going to use. You're going to give your influencer the actual bit.ly link. You do not want to give them the huge coupon URL. They just won't use it. Okay, so make sure you customize the link so it fits them. So if your influencer is /UFO, then use UFO in the bit.ly link. And you can give that to your influencer and make sure you get a link in their bio. Okay. Now you also want to put a link inside your bio with a unique coupon code with a bit.ly link so you know which of these sales came from your actual page, meaning people went to your Instagram page and then clicked on your link in your bio instead of going into the link of the actual influencer. All right. So you're not only going to have the influencer, but you're going to have the link that you used inside your account. So hopefully all that makes sense. All right. So that's really all you got to do when you're actually scheduling. And then once you're done with the schedule, make sure that, all your influencers know the images that you need to post, the stories that they need to post, and what days they need to post on. Ideally, you want to be every single day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the discount code that you're using. All right. And when you're talking with your influencers, you just want to be a normal person. You don't want to get mad at them for not using your link in their bio. If they don't do that, then say, okay, that's fine. We'll send them to my page and we'll have the link in my bio. All right. So any questions about any of that? I know I went through it pretty quickly. It only took about 20 minutes. So that's what we need to be doing for the rest of this program, is actually scheduling out these launches and then doing it. Next week is all Q&A. So if you guys make sure when you're going through this, make sure to jot down any questions you have. because next week we will be doing strictly Q&A, and hopefully I will have some results for you guys to share, or to share with you guys with my own alien type stuff. And I used to be in the alien niche a long time ago, and I do still like alien stuff, but it's always been the, I just want to get my money and get out type of deal. So any questions, I'll be waiting here in the chat if you guys have any questions. Were you guys able to see the spreadsheet? I think you were able to see the spreadsheet now, right? Influencer code, end date, coupon URL, bit.ly, and the actual number of sales that came from each influencer. So questions? Do I need a new Instagram account for each new niche? You should only be in one niche. Like I said, in week 1, you should only be in one niche and stick to one niche. But if you are creating designs in a niche like this, where it's going to be somewhat trendy and you only want to get your money in and get your money out, then yes, you have to create a separate Instagram page. How many days before launch would you contact the influencer? As soon as possible. You want to, if you're talking to that influencer every other day, for a couple weeks before the launch, then you're building your rapport with them and you're building a good relationship with them. But usually, within a few days, you should be able to do this. But if you're new to this, if you haven't done it before, I would talk to your influencers first to gauge, how this all works and how long it actually takes to make the videos that you want them to make. Or if you have to make the videos for their stories or their news feed, then you have to add that in to the time that it's going to take. So I would go longer than shorter. So if you're new to it and you got to create all these videos and you have to hire someone to do it, then I would give it a couple weeks. But if you have everything ready to go, then a few days is fine, or at least that next coming Thursday. But it's all about creating that relationship with your influencer and then making sure that they are posting at the right time on the right days on consecutive days. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, you might need a separate Gmail account. But you don't, to create a new account on Instagram? Is that what you're talking about, a separate Gmail account? I don't think you need that. Let me go in, because I've created, and I'm just checking in my phone here about my different accounts. Yeah, no. If you go on your phone on Instagram and you click the top left, your username, you click the down arrow, it just says add account, and I have, so you can either switch accounts or sign up. I can't remember if you need a separate Gmail. I would hope not. Are Placeit Instagram stories a viable option? I don't know what Placeit Instagram stories are. Let me Google it, I guess. Oh, Instagram story templates. Okay. Instagram story video maker. I've never used these. Didn't know they had them. I wouldn't use any of these, actually. I mean, this just looks like an ad. You don't want your posts and your stories to look like advertisements. You want them to look more native to the platform and to that specific influencer. So no, I probably wouldn't use these at all. When people see this stuff, special discount, like, they're just gonna tap right through it. So I would not use these. That's a hard no. Oh, whenever you start a new Instagram account, it asks for a new email address. Yeah, that's fine. Then you can just create a new Gmail account. Whatever your brand name is at Gmail. I think you can actually get your own .com email address, even though you don't even need that. Not right now, at least. Yeah, so get the influencer to make the creative. Yes, ideally you would want the influencer to make the creative. Now, in this niche that I'm in, this alien niche, like, there's no person behind it. All right? And this page, it doesn't have a face. All right? So there's no person actually creating videos for this. So it would be a little different. So, having the product, a video with the product, even just a slideshow of using Placeit, like Placeit templates. You want people wearing your stuff, or whatever your product is, you want people wearing it. If it's jewelry, then you want someone wearing the jewelry. But you can use slideshows if you want, especially if it's pages like this. That don't have a face to it, that don't have a personality behind it. And even images, you might want to test images alone instead of just a video slideshow. This UFO page doesn't have a story right now because it doesn't have the little round thing. But if you go on the stories, you got to watch their stories and see what they have. So this is just a picture with text on it. All right. So there's no one behind that. Picture with text. All right. That's great. And a picture with text. So this page would be fine with using a picture and text. All right. But if it's a person doing these stories, then you want the person to actually create the creative. Like I said, you want it to look normal to the page, like this this page with the person wearing the shirt, and then this post with the person wearing the shirt, I should say. They don't look native to the actual things that they're posting. So I wouldn't even do that. Ideally, this one that they just posted is better. This one obviously looks like a cheap mock-up, but as long as it looks native to their feed, I think you're good to go. Oh, here it is. Here's the thing I saw the other day. So, rock throwers, Furies, Karens, crackheads, and then the rest of us sneaking in safely. So, Yeah, I just think the storm area 51 is pretty hilarious. So, anyway, forgot what I was talking about. Let me go back to the comments. Yeah, get the influencer to make the creative. Otherwise, you can create it if there's no persona behind it. Any other questions that you guys have before we, start scheduling all this stuff? Hopefully next week you start doing it and start getting sales. I'm pretty excited about the UFO niche. I'm going to be creating a ton of designs for Merch by Amazon and doing influencer marketing. Serendipity says this might be off topic, but how do you get past the fear of someone stealing your ideas? If someone's going to steal your idea no matter what. Now, if they steal your design, that's a different story. Like, you can actually sue them if you wanted to. Obviously not. You want to send them an email saying, hey, you stole my design, take it down, or I'll take you to court or something like that. Or, I'll take it to the legal system or something. I don't have any fear with this. Nothing. If you're creating a brand, they're going to buy from the brand. If you're just creating, one-off products, you're going to get ripped off. I mean, that's just the bottom line. They're going to take your idea and create a new design from it. I mean, that's the same thing that every company in the world has done, basically. I mean, unless you're inventing a totally new product, then everybody else is copying from everybody. They're just creating a different product in a different way that does something better. Like Apple didn't create the phone, the cell phone. They created a better cell phone. Amazon didn't create online retail. They didn't create the internet. They just made online retail better. Fubu with Daymond John, he didn't, there was other people making clothes. It's just he chose a niche that was different and he positioned his brand differently. And yeah, you have to position yourself different from everybody else. I mean, that's the same thing with Merch by Amazon. I get a lot of comments on my YouTube videos and emails saying, hey, you just copy other people's designs. I'm like, no, I don't copy anybody's design. I do get ideas from their design and I make it better. And with designs, better is, to each person a better design is different. But yeah, I just grab ideas and make them better. So that's what you have to be thinking about. You just have to not care. If you're out there looking for people who are stealing your products, you're not running your business. Just run your business and you'll be fine. Make sure you're marketing your products, building relationships with influencers, creating sales and customers, following up with those customers. The number one thing in your business is your customers, not your competition. Robert says, how much do you pay per design? For a t-shirt, I can get them as low as $3. For pop sockets, it's 20 cents, 25 cents. And for canvas art, it's $50 per design. And then if I want a really good t-shirt design, very original with an illustrator, I'll pay $20 to $25. It just depends. The one designer that I work with on Upwork is strictly for kind of illustrations, and depending on how detailed the illustration needs to be, that's what he charges me. So anywhere between $20 and $50. But ideally, you want to be the lowest. You want to get the lowest price possible. But if your design looks like crap, then you want to pay someone more to get it to look good, to look the way you want it to look. And because that's all that matters in this game is the actual product. So the product is going to sell, all right? The product is your highest converting piece of the puzzle, I should say. A lot of people think like, hey, I think someone posted in the print on demand community, the free community, they've had like 300 visits to their store and 0 sales. And I looked at the store and it's like, it's a streetwear brand, quote unquote streetwear brand. And, it was just, there was no brand behind it. I mean, the problem was the actual design, the product. It wasn't traffic. It's so easy to get traffic. It's easy with the internet. I mean, you can send 1,000 people, 10,000 people to your store every single day with Facebook ads with ease. So traffic's not the problem. It's your product that's the problem if you're not making sales. Yep, focus on the process, not the competition. Yep. I prefer the $3 price mark. Yeah. I mean, it depends on, the $3 price mark is people not from the U.S. where $1 is worth more to them than it is to you in their economy, I should say. And sometimes it's really hard to find a good designer in those areas of the world. So you might need to go into US, Canada, Australia, first world countries to find a designer that's really good. Or you can, if you have a university in your town, go to the design area of the university and say, hey, I'm looking for an intern to make 30 different designs or something like that. There's a lot of good really unique ways to do it. If you hire college students that are designers or artists to create the work for you, you can get a good price that way too, or free, and then just write them a letter of recommendation. Any other questions about scheduling or anything about this process? We're going up on 45 minutes. I don't have anything else really to go through other than, just focus on this. If you guys are focused on 8 different businesses, then this is not going to work. So focus on your designs. Focus on building relationships with your influencers, finding new influencers, testing new designs, testing new influencers, and just keep going. I'll show you someone, I think it's called Sudsbox. This is a guy, he used to do like YouTube stuff, but we've talked back and forth on Instagram for a while now, for years. And all he does is sell like polishing stuff and cleaning stuff for vehicles. And this is his own brand. And he built this entire thing on influencer marketing. This is all that's all he does is Instagram influencer marketing constantly. Just putting videos of him cleaning different things on cars, making the car look good. And then he has his own Shopify store, obviously, where he sells it. He just moved into a new facility I'm pretty sure that's his new facility right there. But I think he hit like $3 million recently, is what he told me. Here he is. His name's Jesse. So, I mean, if you have the right product in front of the right people, and he told me, I mean, this is a couple years ago, he's like, I went through a ton of different influencers before he found his core, like 20 to 25 people that he works with. So that's all he does is 20 to 25 different pages that he works with, and he does it over and over and over, just doing influencer marketing. And he's doing $3 million in sales. All right, I'm going to give it one more minute, and then we're going to hop off, and you guys, get at it. And if you have any questions, you can email me, post something in the Facebook group. If you start getting sales and results, make sure you're posting in the Facebook group and, helping other people along the way. I think the whole story and process is what other people will not only enjoy to see, but really learn from. What do you think about Spreadshirt? I've never used it. But let me go into Spreadshirt, seller. What would it be? Seller profits? Seller profit margin? So a typical seller will receive $7 with a $20 shirt. That's not bad. Yeah, I've just never used it. So, I mean, these types of stores, Spreadshirt, Teespring, Teechip, this is what you want to start with. You don't want to end with it. You want to create your own store eventually using Shopify or another platform. See, this is what I don't like about Spreadshirt. If someone goes to the Spreadshirt homepage, says save $5 now, I don't want people taking $5 off of my product. That's at least $2 or $3 off of my margin. So I don't think you really, I don't think you control the price as much as you do using Teespring. Just use Teespring. I've used them for years. They're just fine. Any other questions? Yeah, just Teespring, not Teechip. Just use Teespring. Teechip, you'll get a higher profit margin, but I found that the conversion rates are lower. I think I got an email from Teechip saying that they updated a bunch of stuff as far as their conversion rates and all that kind of crap, but let me go into teechip.com once. And I'm going to see if they changed anything about their layout. No, everything's pretty much the same. I'm guessing it was probably the pictures too. That looks a little bit different, I guess. Yeah, I think the thing is here, you could probably price your shirts on Teechip at like $15 and still have, $7 or $8 profit to yourself. And every product is different pricing, obviously, but I would just go with Teespring. All right, it's been 50 minutes. I think that's good enough. I don't see any more questions coming in. So next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. will be our last week. And then I'm going to start creating probably the content, more of a step-by-step approach in the case study from what I'm doing with the alien thing in the academy. And yeah, you're welcome, Serendipity. You're welcome, Robert. Again, hopefully you guys start seeing results in the next couple weeks. So if you do, make sure to post it in the Facebook group. Tell your story, kind of how you did it, so you can help other people do the same thing in their industry. All right, guys, we will talk to you next week.